Hi, I look like a mess and I'm getting a bunch of texts right now. For what reason? Like, I just had to stop a video because I was getting 50 million texts and it's not stopping. They're still coming. It's 6:30 in the morning. What are you doing? Okay, I'm getting I'm getting ready for work. Yeah. So, I just wanted to talk a little bit. I wanted to talk about I love how I only do my makeup right here. I stop right here because of my mask. I don't even care. Why? I'm not gonna waste my makeup for one and get my mask all dirty for two, even though I do my nose. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to talk. I got a childhood wound that opened the other day, and we know healing is not linear. It's not like, oh, I did all my healing, I'm done. No, we don't do that. There's a constant thing that we need to heal, and just because you heal one part of yourself does not mean that there's 50 other parts of yourself that need to be healed. And I learned that, and it's trash, but we doing it anyways. It's really bad. When you realize that, you're like, you go through this like anxiety state, and that's what I just went through with like anxiety. I'm like, why am I feeling like this? And it's like, because you need to do some more work. Your healing's not done, girl. You need to stop avoiding, and then it's the things that really bother you that you never knew bothered you. That's the stuff. That's the real tea. Anyways, anyways, it was a Facebook post that was like, I don't care what people say, a child needs their daddy. And you know, my confrontational, controversial ass comments or shares it, and it's like, I don't agree with this. So you know, a lot of people got a little heated in my comments, but I don't really care because what I say sticks by it. Because who cares if you know you don't have a dad in your life? Because I didn't have a dad and I'm fine. And you know how many people didn't have a dad and they're fine. You know how many people are being raised with two dads and not a mom, and how many people are being raised with no dads and just a mom, or two moms, or their grandparents, and they're just fine. Yes, they may have childhood wounds, but no matter if you had the happiest household in the whole entire world and your parents were great to you, you're still gonna have childhood wounds. They're just different from mine. They're different from those people who didn't grow up with parents. They have different wounds. Doesn't make anybody better than anybody else. It doesn't mean that a child can't be happy without a parent, because once I was old enough, I chose not to have my father in my life. That was my choice because I didn't want that energy in my life. So I don't think that anybody should be ashamed of not having a father. That's stupid. That's stupid to me. I'm in a mood, if you couldn't tell. And this is not even, but you know what? I really don't care. Anyways, the childhood wound that got opened by that, though, because you know, I was talking about my experiences. If I'm gonna post something, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, I just think it's stupid and that's why. No, I'm gonna talk about it because I went through this. I have actual experience. And one of the things I said in the comments was, childhood wounds are so easy to be caused. And the reason why kids have childhood wounds is because our parents are learning life lessons when we're growing up. That is something that is so important that I realized. That our parents, the things that happen to us as a kid isn't our fault. It's the people who do them to us. That's what they're learning life lessons. And sadly, unfortunately, we are the ones that have to deal with those life lessons, especially if they aren't grasping them, if that makes sense. So, I was talking about this. I had a video, but I just never posted it because there must have been something in it that I didn't want to share. But I was saying, this is my example hands. My example hands are here. There's two scenarios to which can happen with a childhood wound, and I happen to be able to see both sides because I'm blessed with childhood trauma. Anyways, and this can go with anything. This doesn't have to just be about like, you know, an absent father or whatever. This can go for divorces. This can go for any, you know, any type of wound a kid could have grown up with. Divorces, just abuse, or just the parents fighting a lot, or, you know, whatever situation. It's either a kid becomes that parent, you know, they follow their parents' footsteps, or they end up wounded by it. And when I said that, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And I was like, because my brother, you know, he chose to stay in my father's life. And I knew, as, you know, a little empathic little beach, I knew that I couldn't handle that much negativity in my life, that it would only bring me more negative energy, because I'm super empathic. Like, when I feel somebody's energy and it feels low, and it feels so low, I can't shake that energy for days. And then I look back and I'm like, Alexis, you are empathic, bro. You need to come home and cleanse yourself every time you leave the house, because you just suck up everybody's energy and then you take it with you. And it's like, why do you do that? Anyways, I knew when I was young that I didn't want to be associated with that. He did a lot of messed up things to me. He said a lot of messed up things to me. I don't need to put myself through that at 12 years old. And my brother, he decided to stay around, and he still sees him more than I see him. Which is fine. Me and my dad are on the best levels that we've been since I was a little kid. So, yeah. So, he kind of really did follow in my dad's footsteps. And here I am with this childhood wound, right? This wound. But what is this wound, actually? I keep saying a childhood wound. What is this wound, actually? How can I heal from this wound? What is this wound? Don't say it's a wound, and let's talk about it. What is a wound? What is this wound to you, Alexis? What is it? This wound. Oh, it is so hard to talk about, okay? So, and it's really hard because it's not just me. I said that, you know, he becomes, you know, one parent, either you become a parent, and essentially what this childhood wound did, I kind of did become the other parent. I became my mom. And not that my mom's like this at all now. She's grown, and that's why it's like kind of like a thing where it's like, okay, this is just a phase for me, because my mom, she chased my dad, right? And not in like a, maybe she did, I didn't see all the aspects of it, but he did come in and out of my life, and she just let it happen. And I get that. I understand that feeling, because I've let it happen to me before. And I think it's a good thing that I'm realizing this now, before kids, before anything, that I really do chase people in my life. And I don't want to be a chaser anymore. That's a childhood wound. That's the childhood wound that I have to overcome, is being the chaser. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And, you know, I got people in my life, like literally I have people in my life who think because I'm not chasing them that I don't want to talk to them. And that's because I put that energy out there, that I put chaser energy out there. And they think that because I'm not chasing them that I don't like them. And it's like, no, I just don't. I'm tired of putting all the energy into stuff, you know? And it feels good to like feel like that, but it also feels like crap, because I know like I kind of make people feel bad by doing it. And it's like, it's such a wound that I didn't know was a wound. And I really don't know where to go from it. So let's talk about it. Let's think. Childhood wound. Being a chaser. Obviously, you know, I say I'm being a chaser. So what's the option? How do I quit being a chaser? Stop chasing. But how hard is that? Because it's like all these people in my life that I love and I care about so much, and I'm like the one reaching out. This is friendships. This is family. Like, if I'm the one not reaching out, then nothing, I don't get anything, right? And I guess that's just how I should leave it. If I'm like lonely, then so be it. But being lonely is hard for me because I don't like being alone. And maybe that's another wound, is I don't like being alone. But I think that's just a general fear, right? I feel like a lot of people don't like being alone. Because it's not like a romantic thing. It's not like anything. It's really just the fact that I don't like being alone. I don't like not knowing that I can just talk to somebody if I wanted to. And it's not even like that. I don't even tell people my feelings. Like, I am the most closed off freaking person in the world. I'm like an open book, but I'm so closed off to people that I'm close to. Is that weird? So I don't know why I feel like this. Nobody in my life brings me the same energy that I give them, but yet I'm so afraid to step away. Isn't that crazy? Why do I feel like that? Why is that a thing? Why do I feel like that? I need to just stop, right? I need to just be like, screw it. Your energy and your time is precious. I say that to people all the time, but I don't do it for myself. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me, Alexis? Are you kidding? Oh, I can't stand you. This is over. I'm gonna have a little chat with myself because I can't stand you.